Hello, 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 bodacious beauties. What is going on? It is your girl, Linda S. Hustle, the Bodacious Life Coach, on day number 3 of Midlife Motivation May. It is a series that I created for the whole month of May because I do believe that this month of May is going to be a transitional month for so many of us. Some of us are going to be wherever you live, they're gonna be lifting the lockdown, which doesn't mean that you run out to the beach and be around a whole bunch of folks. But what it does mean is that this is a month of transition in so many ways. If you are catching the replay, what's up, Queens? What's going on? And I decided to do this Midlife Motivation May again because this COVID-19, this pandemic has been a mess for a lot of people. And even if it's not been an economical mess, it has definitely been a physical mess for some of us. If you are on, let me know what city, what state. For whatever reason, Facebook is not allowing me to see the comments on my cell phone. And so I've got the cell phone up here, and then I've got my laptop down here, and for some reason the comments are showing up on my laptop. So I don't know if this is because I'm kind of sort of in Facebook jail. I don't know what's going on, but I am going to see if anyone is commenting. And I'm sorry, I got to do it kind of like ghetto fabulous like this, but this is what we do. We are a powerful people. We are strong people. And like MacGyver, if you guys remember that show MacGyver, he would just make it do what it do. That's just who he was and what he did. So, oh my gosh, I see day 1. I'm trying to find today on so I can see if you guys are commenting. I see that somebody is looking, but I don't see the live video. So I'm not being rude. I'm not being ignorant. I'm not ignoring you. I am trying to find this because it's not let me see the comments if you guys are commenting. I tell you, Facebook is the bomb when it's the bomb, but when it sucks, it really, really sucks. You know what I mean? It really, really sucks. So I don't even see this showing up in the group. What's happening, y'all? So I'm going to try this one more time, and then we just going to get into it. As you know, or if you don't know, if you're just catching this for the first time, this is Midlife Motivation May. This whole month is all going to be about motivation in different ways. This first week, thank you for the heart. This first week is all about affirmations. I set the tone of the day for the affirmation. Today's affirmation is I am enough. That is the affirmation that I want to just have go over the whole group, go out into the universe, go out into the world. That is my affirmation that I wanted to bless you with today, because I do believe that affirmation is a tough one. That affirmation, I am enough, woo! It's so easy to say, and it's one of those affirmations that we just pick out of the air and we just say, right? We just pick out of the air and we just say it. And if we're ever doing an affirmation exercise, or if we're ever doing some self-development work, if we're ever at a convention or a seminar, and that is, the work that we're doing for the day, we'll say that with so much gusto. We'll say that with so much like, yes, I am enough. I am woman. Hear me roar. But inside, do you really feel that way inside? Because I am enough, it's not enough to say I am enough. I am enough, it shows up differently. When you truly are enough, you can see it, you can smell it. You can look in somebody's eyes and tell if they really feel they're enough, or if they're just saying stuff. Because some of us will talk the talk, but it's deeper than that. We've got to walk the walk. And that is what all of this at the end of the day is really all about, is are you walking the walk of the talk that you're talking? Because I was a master of it. I was a master of knowing all the slick sayings, knowing all the slang, super duper fashionable coming up, and telling myself I was a fashion model, but deep down inside, I just knew that I really didn't have it going on. And that's why today's affirmation is I am enough. I don't know why this is not, I don't know why I can't the group. Hey, Renee, what's going on, sweetheart? I cannot see you guys' comments. I'm looking on my Happy Cinco de Mayo. Absolutely. See, I'm trying to look Cinco de Mayo-ish, but I don't really know what that looks like. But I just put some stuff on to look a little festive. But I'm hot, y'all. I'm hot. So I don't know why I don't see this showing up in Bodacious Black Woman group. I really don't. Is it because I don't know? So I can't see you guys comment. So I'm gonna just talk and know that I'm not dissing y'all, okay? I'm just gonna talk and know that I am not dissing y'all. Unless, let me just check one more thing. I might be not where I should be. Okay, that's what it is. I was in discussions. I was in announcements instead of, okay, here we go. You guys, yay. I am back on track. I am back on track. Woo woo. But I'm telling you, Facebook just gets on my nerves. I wish they would come up with a different platform. Okay, so so if you guys, let me just recap. Because some of you guys don't know exactly what is Midlife Motivation May. Midlife Motivation May is my way of making May all about mind work, all about inner work, all about soul work, all about going inside and doing the work that we know we need to do, but for whatever reason, we just don't do it. And so Friday would be the end of the affirmation week, and then next week I'll have some more stuff for us to do. So this is all about affirmation week. I picked the affirmation of the day, and I just bless the group with the affirmation of the day, and then you create your own affirmation. I would love if you guys would post it in the comments underneath here where I'm talking, your affirmation of the day and why you chose it. So I chose today's affirmation, I am enough. And the reason why I chose the affirmation, I am enough, is because I didn't always feel that way. I did not always feel that way. I was comparing myself to other people. I was competing with other people. I was jealous of other people. I was envious of other people. I can say that now because I've worked on myself and I've grown. But yes, I didn't always feel like I was enough. There was many reasons why I did not feel like I was enough. I didn't feel like I was enough because I grew up in a household that was very dysfunctional, a lovingly dysfunctional household. And that can happen. You can be in a household that is dysfunctional as hell, but it still be a lot of love flowing through there. But that dysfunction still becomes a part of you because you're eating it, you're sleeping it, you're waking up, you're going to bed to it. And it wasn't until I really got probably about 10 when I realized, you know what, we different. We are a whole lot different than a lot of my friends' families. You know what I mean? And so I grew up with the residual limitations of that. My father was schizophrenic, and as a people, we don't talk about nothing. Do you remember growing up and your mom saying, what goes on here stays in here? Kind of like the whole Vegas thing, but and it could be some stuff that was off the chain, but you just knew because your mama drilled into you that you better not say nothing. And so then what that does is it creates a, how can I put it? It creates unworthiness. It creates almost like a love-hate relationship because you should be saying something and you should be able to say it, but you love your parents, and if they say it, don't say it. If you don't really want to say it, but the feeling never goes away. That emotion is still there, and even though you call yourself suppressing it, that's a real dark emotion, because then what starts to creep in is that shame, right? That unworthiness, that low self-esteem, that self-doubt. Those are all low vibration emotions. And once they kick in, you can start piling stuff on them, right? But they never really go anywhere. And when you least expect it, they show up. That's that person when you just saying something to them and you trigger something in them and they just go off on you and you just like, what in the world? Where'd that come from? It's not even you. It's something you said that triggered something that they were never able to release that they have probably forgotten about because they've been so distracted by life. And then here you come saying something, and just like that, it's like, whoa, oh my gosh, what is really going on up in here, up in here? And that's why I say, man, we can really think that we are burying that stuff, but that stuff ain't buried, honey. That stuff is not buried. So that's why I chose the I am enough affirmation for today, because I struggle with that. And even now, if I let up on my prayer and my meditation and my self work, my inner work, it can creep back. Because you guys, yes, Angela, I am needed, I belong, and I am necessary. Yes, that is awesome. I love that. And so for me, I battled. Thank you for the thumbs up. I battled mightily with I am enough. And that's why I said, no, I want to talk about I am enough and what that really means to me. And I was very competitive growing up. I thought I had to outthink. I had to out hustle. I had to outshine. I had to outsmart. I had to out, right? Because I wasn't looking in. Everything was, I had to outdo. And I wore myself out. Because yes, did I excel? Yes, I was a great student. You know, I could fix myself up good. I thought I was cute. You know what I mean? I was part of the in crowd in an out kind of way. You know what I mean? When we went to the club, we had it going on, but I still didn't feel like I was enough. I had the whole dark skin, light skin thing going on. You know what I mean? And this is crazy because I had a lot of light skinned girlfriends with my chocolate self. So I was setting myself up for failure, unbeknownst to myself, hanging out with the light-skinned girls with the green eyes and the curly hair with my nappy hair. Now, I did have brown eyes, so I guess that kind of helped. But I got tired of people saying, ooh, you got brown eyes? Wow. Most dark-skinned girls don't have lighter eyes. So it was just crazy. So that means that I really had a problem with just self-love, in addition to the dysfunction, in addition to not liking my chocolate skin, in addition to thinking I had to outshine, outsmart, outwork, outdo everybody, in addition to being envious, in addition to being jealous. See, I come on here and I keep it real so that you, yes, you are fearfully and wonderfully made. Yes, Terry, yes, awesome. And so that is why I wanted to talk about I am enough. And another reason why that's so important is because we don't always believe that God has blessed us with the gifts and talents that are unique to us. No, I might not be able to sing. No, I might not be able to dance good enough to be on at the Tony Awards. And no, I might not be able to act like Angela Bassett, and no, I might not have a body like Halle Berry, but what I do have is what I have. Like, I have my unique gifts and talents, and they are enough. Like, I have to look at myself as being a Bentley, not a Kia, not a Hyundai, not a Pinto, not a Hoopty. Nothing wrong with those cars, because Lord knows my first car that I actually got at a dealership was a Hyundai, and I love that car. I washed that car weekly. I cleaned it out. I had the little, y'all remember when we used to have the trees in the car, the smell good trees? Do they still make those? I don't know if they still make those, but I had the smell good tree. What's that stuff that you spray on to make the tires shine? I did all that. So I loved my Hyundai. Not to say that there's anything wrong with the Kia, but what I'm saying is I'm upgraded now. Because I started recognizing and understanding that I really was enough. That if I would just tap into what I had. See, stop looking at what other people got. Look inside. What do you have? What do you do effortlessly? That's your gift. That's your talent. What do you do with your eyes closed? What do you do that you don't even think about, that you ace? Some of you guys are phenomenal cooks. Some of you guys can lay a house out. Like, you just have an eye for putting things together. Like, you can go to a thrift store and say, oh, that's a cute couch. I get that couch. And then you can go to Walmart and see a picture and everybody coming to your house and say, oh girl, that looks really nice, and you don't even want to say, oh girl, I got that from Walmart for $1.99. That's your gift. Your gift. Some people can't do that. Interior designers, yeah, a lot of them go to school because they want to just take your money, really. But do you really need to be certified for some of this stuff? Like, maybe you need to just be able to prove to people, or maybe when you're working in Beverly Hills at the Stars house, right? But we got so many gifts and talents, you guys, that we sleep on, that we poo-poo, that we take for granted, that somebody is struggling doing. Like, what are some of the gifts and talents that you guys have that you know, like you know? And I'm not saying you poo-poo on them, just brag on yourself. It's okay. It's okay, because when you say that you got it going on, it doesn't mean that somebody else does it. You just acknowledging what your gifts and talents are. See, I had a hard time with that. Because we're not taught to pat ourselves on the back. We're not taught to high five ourselves. We're not taught to tell ourselves, like James Brown said, sometimes I want to jump back and kiss myself. Now, I'm sure when that lyric came out, people were like, oh, James think he all that. He always got to be saying something. Well, because he thought he was all that. And James Brown was the godfather of soul. I mean, when you look at Prince, Michael Jackson, Chris Brown, who's the other guy? Usher. And I want you to go to YouTube and look at some old James Brown stuff and see if he didn't give them a lot of their fancy footwork. I mean, he is the most sampled. He's dead, but he is still the most sampled guy in music right now. James Brown. Your talents are not that obvious. Well, you know what, Renee? Then your homework, my love, is to meditate on what are your talents, because they might not be that obvious, and sometimes they're not going to slap us upside the head. Sometimes it's going to be like, oh, I never thought of that as a gift and a talent. Sometimes it takes somebody else telling you. Ask around, ask your family, ask your kids. Say, you know what, guys, what do you think my talent is? What do you think my gift is? Sometimes people see in us what we don't even see in ourselves. Sometimes people see in us what we don't even see in ourselves. But you gotta have the guts to ask. Gotta have the guts to ask. And not even just them, ask your sisters, your cousins, your brothers. And when you see a common denominator, that's your gift. That's your gift. Whatever it is, that is your gift. So don't believe of the scarcity and lack, because that's why a lot of us don't think we're enough. Those of us who don't, is because we don't think the universe has enough abundance in it. There's too many people out there for me to worry about the people that's going to be attracted and drawn to me. I can't work with everybody. I can't help every single person. It's just one of me. So I created a group so that those who want to be a part of Linda's world can come be a part of my world. But I can't worry about the other person's world and the other person's group. And if we've got 500,000 members, and why don't we have as much as this one? No. But I can't be consumed with all of that low vibration energy. That's how envy creeps in. That's how jealousy creeps into our lives. Worrying about what the next woman is doing instead of tapping into my gifts and talents, what God has given me. That's all I can do, is tap into what God has given me. And then another reason why a lot of people aren't feeling like they are enough is because they are comparing their real life to other people's highlight reels. This social media got a lot of people messed up. These reality TV programs got a lot of people messed up. And that ain't even real. It has come out, you guys, that a lot of these homes that these people say are theirs, it's a lie. It's a lie. They have homes that they film reality TV shows out of that you can rent. And you might be looking at some reality TV shows and say, oh, that looked like the house that they used in da-da-da-da-da-da-da. You know why it looks like it? Because it is. So here we are coveting and drooling and being jealous and mad about other people's stuff. That ain't their stuff. It ain't their stuff. These reality shows just put this stuff together because they want us to glorify and magnify dumbness and stupidity. It's a business. It's a business, but I am enough is so rare now. Because when I was coming up, we didn't have the reality shows to judge ourselves against. We didn't have Instagram to judge ourselves against. We didn't have Facebook to judge ourselves against. You know, people are showing when they get a brand new pair of shoes. People are showing when they get a brand new refrigerator. People are showing when they get another house. You know what I mean? Yes, Terry. Showing when they get a house, when they get a new wig. People are showing you all their stuff. But what they're not showing you is their insecurities. Hey there. But what they're not showing us is their low self-esteem. See, if you peel all that stuff back, it's like that show, How to Get Away with Murder, and that one scene where Viola Davis took all that stuff off from her eyelashes to her wig. She started taking her makeup off. That was one of the most powerful scenes I have ever seen in TV in my life. Because that is what most people deep down inside, that's who they really are. When you peel back all that fluff, all that stuff, cleanse all that gook off the face and all that, and you see the real them, it's not as powerful with all the glitz and the glamour and the lights and the action and the clothes and the thises and the that's. And that's why there are so many people. Hey, Tamiko, that's why there's people, and we always get freaked out when somebody who is rich and somebody who seems like they got it going on jumps off the Golden State Bridge. And the first thing we say is, they had it all. Why would they do that? Because once they peeled back the onion, once they got out of their Lamborghini, once they took off those $2,000 shoes, once they peeled off those eyelashes, once they got out of those designer clothes and looked at their house that's 20,000 square feet with the tennis court, with the bowling alley, with the movie theater, with the cook, with the cleaners, with all that, and they were still unhappy. And they didn't know how to go from unhappiness because everybody had been telling them all their life, if you just get the money, if you just get the fame, if you just get the house, if you just get the designer car and the designer clothes and the designer boobs and the designer butt and the designer hair and the designer lashes and the designer nails and the designer jewelry and designer teeth, and they still weren't happy, and they hadn't done any inner work, and they didn't know who they were. They were what society told them. They were what the Hollywood reporters said that they were. They jump off the Golden State Bridge. And so many people stand around and say, I just can't believe it. Because they think that that's important and that's what makes you be enough. And it's not. And I think it's really sad when you think about it. Because so many of us, because of society, because of the status quo, because of how we've been indoctrinated, right? Think that that's what it takes to be successful. Because that's what they've been drilling in us all our lives. But what it really takes to feel like you are enough is to do your personal best. Whatever that is, do your best. And I mean, do your best. And when we do our best, cream rises to the top because that's what it does. That's just the way life is. Cream will always rise to the top because that's what cream does. So our job is to become cream. That's our job out here, to tap into our gifts and talents, to really say, you know what, self, I'm not really doing as much as I could really be doing. Thank you for the heart. See, being enough means that you're willing to ask yourself the hard questions. Being enough means you're willing to do the work. Being enough means that you have made a decision, that you tired of playing small, that you tired of bullshitting, that you tired of lying to yourself, that you're tired of lying to other people. That's what I am enough really signifies. And it doesn't mean that you can't play the game of life, because it is important that we get out here and play this game of life. It doesn't mean that you go off and try to be on an island to yourself. Oh, no. That's not what it means. But it means telling yourself the truth. You know, some of us are stuck and stagnant and in a rut because we have allowed ourselves to convince ourselves that that's where we want to be. Who wants to be in a rut? Who, if they could twinkle their nose like Bewitched or rub on Aladdin, yes, Tamiko, or rub on that genie thing, and the genie came out and said, you have one wish. What do you want it to be, dear master? Who in the world is going to say, I want to be in a rut for the rest of my life? Not one person is going to say, oh, genie, I just want to be in a rut. I just want to be in the comfort zone. I just want to keep doing just enough to get by. I want to just sit on the sidelines of life. I'm not really trying to get out there and get in the game. I just want to bunt the ball every time I come up to bat. I don't really want to ever hit a home run. I just like getting struck out all the time. Who would say that? But yet a lot of us, that's how we live in our lives. And I hope I'm not stepping on any toes. I'm not trying to step on any toes. This month, Midlife Motivation May is all about keeping it 100. This is affirmation week. I come on, I give the affirmation that I want to give. Then you put your affirmation, what you want to do, and really live that. Because too many of us are caught up in this whole motivation thing where we doing quotes and memes and get your crown right, queen, and do this and that, and the strong woman this and that. But are you living it? Are you living it? Because it's way easy to just Google some affirmations. It's way easy to find a meme online or in another group and repost. But do you really feel that way? And your life will be a reflection of that. You don't even have to, thank y'all for the love. You don't even have to answer that question. These are rhetorical questions. Your life will be a reflection of all that stuff. If your life is not a reflection, if you telling other queens to get their crown right and you don't even have your crown on, hello? Because let me show y'all something. Hold on. I don't usually like to bust my crown out, but let me just put my crown on for y'all. See, I got a crown. Okay? See, I have a crown. Yes. Let me let that marinate on y'all. See, I got a crown. I am a queen. I'm a for real queen. Hey, Benita. I'm a for real queen. I don't just say it. I live it. I have queen-like behavior. You know what I mean? And so, in conclusion, as I leave you with this, I want you to look at your life. Look at your life. Stop. Thank you for the love and the heart, y'all. Look at your life. My affirmation to you guys is I am enough. And so are you. If we are made in the image of God, then that means I'm a goddess, and that means you're a goddess, right? If I'm a goddess, that means you are a goddess. And God did some mighty, 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 mighty things. Are you doing mighty things? Are you doing mighty works? Are you living up to your gifts and talents? Are you being all that you can be? Miss me with the memes and the quotes. They are good. Let's be clear. But this group, Hey Joyce, is not just going to be full of memes and quotes. That's not what we're doing here. This group is going to be about up-leveling who we be. Hey Joyce, up-leveling who we be, who we are. Are we walking in our purpose? Are we doing the things that we said we were supposed to do? Let me even take you back a little bit. I'm going to hit you up with your resolution. if you brave enough to put your resolution, what your resolution was for 2020, how on or off track are you? And I don't even want you to say, it's because of the pandemic, Linda. Because there's people out here, it's some folks becoming millionaires during this pandemic. I'm just saying. So I don't want to hear about the pandemic. I don't want to hear that. Because I always love to say, Terry Jones, yes, I always love to say that if our people, we are the offspring, in a sense, of the people that was smashed in boats that had to come over this middle passage. Some of that DNA is in us. If they could do that, then a pandemic is not going to kick our butt. A pandemic is not going to keep us from doing what we're supposed to be doing. Right? Because we are the offspring of some of the most powerful, strong, resilient people in the world. And we still here. We still here, y'all. And if we could ever realize that the only thing that's really keeping us from doing whatever that is that you say you want to do is you. Not your mama, your daddy, your circumstances, what happened to you, the trauma, the trials, the tribulations. No. That is you making a decision to allow those things to become who you are. Remember who you are. Point blank, period. Remember who you are. Remember who you are. And sometimes we forget. Sometimes we gotta, sit down and get quiet and remember who we are. That's okay. But get your butt back up and get back to remembering who you are. Who you are. You are enough. I am enough. I had to get to the point. Took me a long time, y'all. I was old. I was feeling washed up before I really realized that I was enough and it was okay to have the gray hairs and the wrinkles. And not channel your inner Simba, girl. The Lion King is one of my favorite movies in the whole wide world. Because what they did was they broke it down. They made it simplistic. To even if you were a little slow, you could understand it. And that's why I love that movie. Yes, we can be our own stumbling block. We are our own stumbling block. But we're our own stumbling block because deep down inside, we don't think we enough. Because when you think you enough, you can put the crown on and you realize it's more than just rhinestones and all that. This is some inner stuff. I'm Queen Lee. I'm Queen Ning. So I got this crown to remind me of who I am. It's nothing wrong with having things around to remind you of who you are. Nothing wrong with that. But are you really queening? I'm really queening. And I don't care. Let me tell you this. I don't care if you think I'm queening or not. See, we got to stop all that. We got to stop worrying about what people think. I could care less if you think I'm a queen or not. Because the most important person in my life is me. Me and God. That's what's most important to me. And so, I just want to say you are enough. You came here fully loaded with all the bells and whistles. You are a Lamborghini. You are a Maserati. You are a Bentley. You are a Ferrari. You are a Cayenne Porsche. You are a 635 crossover BMW. But you got to put the key in because as long as you just sitting on a lot, yes, as long as you just sitting on a lot, you just sitting there. So are you still on the lot, the luxury car lot, or have you driven off? Are you in the passenger seat, or are you driving the car? Because some of y'all just still Pinto in and Rambler in and Hyundai in, well, you know it's time for you to take your game to the next level. You know that. We all know that. God gave us intuition. And we all walking around here talking about how godly we are. And we know every psalm and every scripture. But are you living it? Are you living it? And so a lot of times people say, well, Linda, you don't have a lot of Jesus stuff in your group because Jesus is here. I don't need to prove to y'all my spiritual walk. I don't need to prove that to y'all. There's groups out there that do that. I decided, because of what I was going through as I got older, when I wasn't feeling good about myself, when I was feeling washed up, when I was feeling invisible, when I was feeling like life was passing me by, I kept it real with myself. I didn't want to turn 50. I thought that 50 was going to the dark side. Yes, I did. But I kept it real with myself. I didn't lie to myself and tell myself that wasn't how I was feeling. And because I could tell myself that, I could become this queen that you see before you. Because I kept it real with myself. That's how I was feeling. I'm not saying that's how you feeling. But there's some of you in this group, based on the questions that you answered. One, what I said, what challenges are you experiencing? And you told me what that is. I'm not going to call nobody out because that's not what I do. But if you need some support, hit me up. speaktolinda.com. Get your free 30-minute breakthrough strategy session. Y'all, we don't have to suffer alone with this thing. And you know, I'm going to close with this. I'm going to close with this because this is really powerful. We don't know how much time we have left. And not just because of the pandemic. Because I'm 56 and you know, everybody in here is at least 50 or late 40s. Some of the late 40s, if you want to come in, I just let folks in. We don't know how much time we have left. And I would dare to say that we are living our best lives now. Probably the best health we're going to be in now. Unless, you know, you doing some detox stuff and you just going to radically change your life. So what you waiting for? All that stuff that you said you're going to do, when you going to do it? What are you waiting for? You know what I mean? Yes, Benita. See, that's what I'm saying, Benita. We got to keep it real with ourselves. Because that's the only way we can grow. We can't grow lying to ourselves. We can't grow putting all the masks on every day. We have a mask for this, a mask for that, a mask for this, a mask for that. How you going to be who you was designed to be going through all that stuff? Covering up who you really are. Trying to bury how you really feel. How you gonna win? Like Lauryn Hill said in that song, if you ain't right within, how you gonna win? You not. You not. So some of us are just going through life, going along to get along. We just like, well, girl, I don't know. I'll be retired in about 10 years or so. And then I'm gonna just, then you gonna do what? Then you gonna what? What you gonna do then? Like, why are we living to retire? Why? So that's it for today. I mean, some days I'm gonna just come on here and just really just do the dang thing. I think today was just one of those days. And I thank y'all for listening. Look in the units. I'm gonna put these the videos in the units. The unit section so that y'all can go back and look over them. And you can probably scroll through the yes, Benita. See, Benita, I love your transparency, girlfriend. I love it. She said she was a size 12 and now she is a 16. And she ain't I don't know how you feel about that. So I don't know how you feel about that, Benita. So I don't know, but I'm just saying, y'all, you know, get it together. And if you need some help, hit me up. That's what this group is all about. You know what I mean? So that we can live, make the rest of our life the best of our life. Ooh, I'm sweating, y'all. So I'm gonna put these in the unit section. Also, if you download, I didn't put that in there. Go to the unit section and you'll see really what this week is all about, so that you can do the work, catch up, do the work. You're starting your second career. Yes, ma'am. So that you can do the work, so that you can become that woman that you put all those memes out about. Okay? That's why you don't see a whole bunch of memes in here. Because I want this to be a group about the real, the truth. The real, and the truth. That's where I'm going. So now if you want to post some real, and some truth, post the real, and the truth. Post some things that's going to help us be better as we get older. Because we getting older, y'all. We really are getting older. I really will be 57 years old June 5th. It is what it is. Yes, Benita. Yes. I love you, Benita. She said it's her time now. Kids are grown, so now you could, girl, that's some powerful stuff. Benita, I don't know if you really, girl, you said now you can grow up. Queen Benita, I'm going to give you the clap, because that's how it starts. You keeping it all the way real with yourself, and that's what I had to do with myself. When I was 49, it was a rough time for me, because I wasn't feeling good about where I was at 49. I had been comparing myself to other people where they were at 49, but at the end of the day, we don't know what people going through. We don't know what's going on behind that big house, those doors to that big mansion. We don't know what's going on when they driving down the neighborhood in their fancy car. We don't know what's going on when they got those $2,000 Christian Louboutin shoes on with the red bottom. Them shoes could be killing them. Cause look, I've tried on some and I don't. They hurt my feet. They so high. They hurt my feet. So I'm thinking. So these people are in pain. A lot of them trying to be cute, trying to wear the symbol. Is that what we doing, y'all? So check out the unit section in the group so that you can get caught up. Get caught up, y'all. Do the work. Get your affirmations on. And I want you to go to the unit section and download free gift from Linda. Download that, because these affirmations, I'm just kind of going over it, but I go in depth on the affirmations. You'll be 51. Yes, Benita. Good for you. Actually, let me see. We need to do like a, yeah. All right, y'all. That's my midlife mind. It be wandering on me sometimes, y'all. So I'm going to get off this live while I can still think. And I want y'all to have, I got some friends with all that money and they miserable. Yes, Benita. And you know the saddest part about it, Benita, is when you old and miserable. Ooh, that's a bad miserable. That's a horrible miserable, because most of us don't want to change. That's our problem. And we really don't want to change now. We really don't want to change. So a lot of us are going to be stuck on stupid. A lot of us are going to be in a rut, and we just going to ride life out in the rut, because a lot of old dogs, it's hard to teach them new tricks. It's hard to teach them new tricks. But I'm coming out with some stuff, you guys. And I'm also going to have a beta test for my program I'm coming out with. And I'm going to invite you guys to participate, okay? So if you are digging Miss Linda and some of the stuff that she's saying, then good. Invite some friends to the group. You know, we different. I'm different. I know I'm different, and it's okay. But I'm cool people. I'm good people. I'm cool and I'm good people. And on that note, y'all, I think I said what I wanted to say today. Go to the unit section, download free gift from Linda, and do the work. Get caught up. Get caught up. Do the work. All right? I'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace.